Let's begin with another main topic, which is teaching extensive reading. We have already seen what means by intensive reading and what are the features of intensive reading and what exercises we can include in intensive reading. But now we are going to see what extensive reading is and what are the conditions which can help promote extensive reading habits amongst our students. This is a very introductory module, and this module is aimed to make you aware of what we will discuss throughout teaching extensive reading, right? So reading, as you know, whether it's specifically extensive reading is a source of pleasure or a source of enjoyment and learning. So it can be used to establish the vocabulary which the students have already learned and the grammar which they have already learned. So it could be used to polish what they have already learned. But designing extensive reading program actually requires careful planning and monitoring, both inside and outside the classroom. It's important because without planning or monitoring, extensive reading program may not be able to achieve its aims, right? So what we will discuss under the main topic, teaching in extensive reading, is because it requires, we will discuss how extensive reading can be developed through knowledge and through developing some skills, and how the vocabulary and the textual knowledge of the students can be enhanced, okay, and how the extensive reading and meaning-focused input the notion of meaning-focused input could be achieved through extensive reading. So it's important in the beginning to understand that in an extensive reading program, we need to make sure that a few unknown vocabulary and grammar items are there for the learners. If there are too many unknown or unseen, unfamiliar vocabulary or grammar items for the students, that may inhibit them from, or that might can have negative impact on their fluency or upon their speed, because extensive reading is all about getting the main idea of the text, reading faster, reading for fluency. So it's important that we include easy and known items, and that's important to provide that fulfill the conditions for fluency development in an extensive reading. And that's what we will continue to discuss, how we can stick to the notion of graded readers. For example, if you remember Oxford bookworm series as graded readers, that's what we can include in extensive reading. So we'll look at some of the guidelines, some of the conditions which are important for designing extensive reading program. And we'll continue to see how different types of learning that can take place we can promote through extensive reading, and how we can build on learners' existing vocabulary, and we need to bring some books which are interesting and which are engaging for the learners, and which are suitable to their proficiency level. For example, if we want to teach, if we want to design extensive reading program for our intermediate students in the Pakistani context, we need to introduce such texts which are suitable to their proficiency level at the intermediate level. So we'll see in teaching extensive reading how larger quantities of text can be used as a source of meaning-focused input for the students.